Hey guys, we are back. Today I thought I'd show you guys some grass court tournament footage. I was thinking sort of between these ITF Futures weeks, I'll just play back here, play some national stuff. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. Definitely taking some things away from it, some quite big things. So yeah, I'll talk you through the matches and then we'll speak at the end. Going into this first match, I was feeling quite confident. I think I'd played out in Croatia sort of 2 weeks beforehand. So I had matches under my belt, and it's something that I think I need. I need to keep the momentum going. I've never really given myself the chance to just keep playing match play each week, or just as much as I can. There's usually too many gaps, so I can never really get any rhythm. But I was feeling the way I was playing on this court. Um, I think when I'm confident, I'm able to really strike the ball how I like it, and I made sure I was putting the pressure on when I could, making sure that I was hitting it nice and deep, and just being crucial when I needed to be. And yeah, just felt like I was all over this guy, to be honest. 6-1, 5-1. I kind of wasn't letting him into this match at all. I was keeping the pressure on, and I think I also knew that I had to be quite efficient and really get it going in this match because there was two matches, so I wanted to save as much energy as I could for the second match. I wasn't able to film that match, unfortunately, but I got this third match on film. This guy was a baseline player, a bit like myself, but I've been working really hard in the gym and just in general fitness, baseline shots, and I was ready to really battle. I was kind of glad that he wasn't doing too many volleys, too many weird slices. I quite liked the ball he was giving me. It felt like I was almost playing myself, but yeah, definitely a challenge. Opening game, managed to hold serve. It was quite a quick mover, so I had to make sure that I was keeping it away from him, knocking him back side to side, keeping the pressure on, just like that first match. Um, we'll speak quickly about the second match. So I won the match 6-3, 7-6, and I felt like I played okay, but basically the guy hit the ball really heavy. So every shot was kind of a laser down my end, and it didn't really feel like I could redirect the ball or do what I wanted to do with the tennis. I couldn't dictate and play how I wanted to play. Um, I mean, a lot of the time I was actually hitting it quite good down the other end. I was keeping it low on the grass. I was hitting it heavy, but he seemed to like it, and he kind of returned the same ball back. And then I wasn't able to do much with it. So first set was just a battle. It was sort of who could hold serve, and I was able to make him crack. I think it was at 4-3, and I then held serve to make it 6-3 me. Second set, I started off quite slowly, and I went 2-love down. So it wasn't the best start, but I kept fighting. I think I'm still struggling a bit with the mental side of things. It's just it's a case of playing more and having that self-belief. But yeah, so I ended up getting it back to 2-all, and then it was kind of that was a lucky shot. It was a battle kind of every game, both holding serve, and to be honest, there wasn't really much I could do. He was serving great, and I wasn't really getting a chance to even have a look. And it was the same for me. I was serving really good as well, and just being crucial when I needed to be. The plus ones were very good. I didn't really need to hit that many volleys, to be honest, because the baseline game was quite good between us that it wasn't even getting to that stage. It was then a 6-all. I was able to just, to be honest, play the same way, and it was one of the matches where it was close, but it was quite comfortable. I felt like I wasn't really doing anything wrong. I kind of was playing the best I could play with the conditions, and when the opponent is serving well on grass, there's not much you can do, and finishing the points off with the +1 shots after the serve as well. So I just thought, if I can stay tough, get it to this tie break, I can then start to take the lead, and I did exactly that. I won the tiebreak 7-2. So I definitely knew I had it in the bag, and I was just proud of myself for staying in it. I think based off of matches I've had before, especially recently, when it gets a bit close, I've been struggling to keep things tough. I've just struggled a lot with the self-belief aspect, and knowing that I can trust my game to get me through these matches, and it's not always going to be easy. Sometimes the opponent is going to play well, and it's a case of, can you stick in it and make them crack? And I did that, so I was very proud of myself with that. It was more the mental game rather than the tennis itself, so that was a good achievement for me. I came off court feeling good. I think that's why I went into this match, you can see here, with a lot of confidence and self-belief, because I knew that I could stay tough. I knew that I had everything I need to beat any player. It's whether I can keep my head. So yeah, I mean, it's 4-2 me. Just, yeah, I'm not even playing anything crazy. I'm just sticking to the basics. I'm hitting some quality first serves in, and I think I actually, due to the fact I stayed tough, I think I made the opponent give up a bit, because he must have been thinking, what can I do to get it past this guy? And as you see there, he's just missed the ball line, because I'm not giving him a chance. I mean, if he'd made that ball in just then, I would be back with a shot, be ready for a shot for him. So yeah, and then as you can see here, just keeping the pressure on. A few slices. I mean, I'm not feeling that comfortable on the slice, but I felt like on the grass I had to kind of do that. God, I mean, looking back at it, it doesn't look. It looks okay. It's just so scrappy. And then yeah, you see there, it's like a long brutal rally, and then I've just been able to pull through it. I don't think the camera does it any justice, because the shots I was hitting was going through the court quite deep, and I mean, watch this. Boom. So it's a smash. You can see me laughing there. I've managed to hit a winner off of the smash. So going into the second set, I kind of wanted to keep doing what I was doing. Actually, I kind of knew that. I mean, that was slightly wide there. Probably shouldn't have done that. But I kind of knew that he was going to try and do something different, and it was, can I adapt? Can I be prepared for this? But as you can see, I was just being a brick wall, and I was really focused. And I think when I'm clear with what I'm doing, and when I have the self-belief and the confidence, I can be unstoppable, and I can make every ball in if I want to, with quality. I can put the pressure on. I can move insanely well and cover every part of the court. So, yeah, I was happy. Yeah, I mean, just even there, patience. It's like, I've had a short ball. Do I blast it, or do I hit it and then get back? Because I know he's not going to hit a winner. That's the thing. I know that if I really just stick to my baseline game, I'm gonna get this match. Great shot there. Again, a great example of moving to the ball. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying watching this match, actually. It's always good to watch it back. And there, it's an insane. I mean, the opponent is shocked by that. It's an insane forehand winner. I'd say the only struggle I had was, well, I guess actually one of two struggles I had was one being the racket. I feel like it's really good at the baseline when I have the ball where I want it to be, but with tennis, majority of the shots you're hitting are not coming through where you want them to be. So it did feel a bit heavy. It didn't feel very whippy. So although, like you're seeing now, I'm getting a lot of depth and a lot of power, I'm not getting that racket head speed that's required, and I felt like it was making my life difficult. Um, so there's pros and cons. I mean, there's different compromises. It's like, do I go heavy and then have a really firm racket that I can counterpunch and redirect with, or do I have one that I can maybe still have the same aspects that I just mentioned, but slightly more flexibility, slightly more variety? Because when you have a lighter racket, there's more you can do with it. You can start to introduce a lot more drop shots. Um, Angles and low balls are a lot easier. I think that's one thing I struggled with on the grass, and the ball was coming in quite low, so it felt like my arm was having to really yank the ball a lot of the time, and that's not really what I want to be doing. So I think, yeah, I'll definitely consider. Well, maybe not consider. Definitely have the weight taken off. I mean, I think maybe just sort of 5 grams or so, 5-10 grams. Um, I think I actually have about 15-20 grams on it because it just needs that stability. But I think it's too far the other way, and I'm not saying that I won't have a heavy racket again. Well, I mean, it's still going to be heavy. Don't get me wrong, but um, I think it's a case of, can I get physically stronger, and then I can start looking at having the racket heavier again, just like I have it now, because I do like it. I mean, playing people like this, it's a pleasure to have a racket like this because it's so reliable. I'm managing to absorb the ball just how I'd like to, and the ball is coming in where I'd want to as well. I mean, if you're playing on a hard court, it'd be very nice to play with because the ball's bouncing high enough, it's coming in where I want it to, I have a lot of time to respond, and that's why actually I favour a slow hard court, because the ball is coming in where I'd like it to. And then here it was a bit tricky. I mean, you see there's not really much of the body moving. A lot of it's just the arm is yanking, and it's just where I just can't get the swing on the ball because the racket's too heavy for me. But I guess you have to find out these things. And yes, although I'm doing well in this match, I mean, great return there. You can see I wanted that. Carrying on, although I'm doing well in the match, you still have to focus on the things that need improving, and this is one thing that felt a bit uncomfortable for me because I want to be able to feel like I can drop shot, add variety without the worry. But I didn't really feel like I could do that with this racket. In the match especially. I mean, I have to be critical with myself, despite the results. And you see there, like it's good. I'm able to maneuver the opponent around the court. I feel like I was the one that was that had the front foot in the match, and very pleased with the way I was playing. I think if you compare it to Croatia, it's much better. So it's definitely in the right direction. It just needs some more practice, and it's good because there's stuff coming up soon. So I can just keep momentum going with this. I'm not quite sure what happened with the camera. I think it was just where it's obviously very windy, so it's something along the lines has happened. Even there, I mean, you can see the racket looks like it's very sluggish to handle. I think one of my strengths is how quick I can be with the swing. It's responding to stuff very quickly, and I just think this racket has kind of taken that away a bit, despite the fact I'm also getting a lot more depth and heaviness on the ball. But it's not to say that I can't get that with just a bit of the weight taken off. But it's tricky. You don't know these things because you can train with a racket and there's no pressure and it can feel fine because you're relaxed. But then going into a match when you're stressed, that's really when you find out these things. And I guess I found it the hard way with this tournament. I think grass and clay actually highlights this even more. I'd say maybe looking back to Croatia, the ITFs, because I was a bit tight, wasn't feeling very relaxed. Having a stiff, heavy racket is not really what you want. It's going to make things a lot worse. So yeah, we'll carry on this conversation at the end, but we'll finish off with this ending. It was 5-3, so I still felt the pressure because I didn't want to have a loose game and make it 5-4 with him serving. It could easily go either way at that point. But I mean, yeah, beautiful couple of backhands there. I just pushed myself to really stay positive, despite the fact I was feeling a bit nervous. Because I just wanted to finish the match out, and so I stayed calm. I mean, yeah, amazing backhands, and overall very happy with the level with these 3 matches. So up to this point, I played 3 good matches, and overall I was extremely happy with my mental strength during these matches. None of them were easy, and I've been struggling. If you've been watching the videos and been caught up, you'd know just how much of a mental battle I'm having at the moment. And going into the fourth one, I definitely felt this. I just the moment the match started was in my head, and I obviously tried not to be, but it's just difficult when you put so much pressure on yourself and you're working so hard, so you almost feel like you have to win, and it's trying to manage this. And I feel like things are getting better, but there's still a long way to go because there's still times when it's leaking back through. I mean, I had 3 good matches and I had struggles during them, but it was coping with it that um, I was proud of. And then I got to this match and it didn't feel like I coped at all. And being honest, because I want to be straight up with you guys, um, the second set I completely gave up, and I lost 6-love. And obviously, that scoreline doesn't reflect the tennis that I can play. Um, I was kind of more upset, not at the score, but at the attitude I had. Um, if I'm not feeling good on court, then I need to find something, and it's going to take time. It's going to take practice, and sometimes you're just not going to have the answers. But the one thing I shouldn't do is just give the match, and I did that. I just started missing balls on purpose. I started slicing it and just fooling around on court, and that's not professional, and it's not really the way I want to be. I guess showing my tennis. It's not the way I want to be acting. Um, there's obviously some good tennis that I can show, and I really do believe in my ability. And that's what's so confusing because off court, when there's no pressure, I really believe in myself, and that's why I want to really make the effort and pursue this. But then it's almost like the day of the matches, I have this little voice in my head that's telling me I can't do it, and I almost I reflect on all the hard work I've done, and that almost adds the pressure on, and I forget just how good I am. Um, and then you can tell I wasn't able to record the match, which is unfortunate. The camera just had problems, so yeah, was unfortunate. I mean, as much as it was a rubbish match, I think it would have been good to record it just to show you um, the realities of what can happen. And I think also to really show myself just what I was doing. And I know that I'd be looking back at it really annoyed at myself at the fact I just gave up. And yeah, I mean, to take away from it, it's been a good tournament. I was happy. I beat some good players quite comfortably, I would say as well. When my head is there, I can do it. So it's just a case of really working at it, playing more, and yeah, I'm gonna just take some time to think about what I can do because I feel like I will need some help with this. I don't think it's something I can manage just by myself. I've tried for a while, but I mean, if any of you have any suggestions, then please suggest in the comments. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I think also it's the racket. Um, it's not so much on a hard court that it's a problem. It's more grass and clay. I just think it could be lighter in general. It's just too sluggish, and my game requires quick reactions, reflexes, and then the fast twitch muscles, and that racket just isn't allowing that. And although I'm hitting a great ball from the baseline, um, everything else is lacking, and at that level, that can't be happening. And I think in addition to that, when I'm feeling a bit nervous as well, I'm not going to be feeling relaxed. So a heavy racket is the worst thing I can be using. So yeah, um, I'm glad that there's lots to take away. I think when you lose a match, you can feel a bit foggy, but I'm glad I've got lots of things to focus on. I feel a bit clearer now. So yeah, more matches on the way. So make sure that you keep an eye out for the channel. See you guys soon.